Hello folks, it's Troy here at Mike Ravello's Cameras, and you might notice something a little bit different about this video. It's in black and white, and sort of lit in a, I would say, theatrical, sort of classical kind of lighting style with a strong main light coming in here, a undiffused battery-powered LED light from a kit that we stock here in the store, and then an edge light being provided by a ring light that we've got here in the store also. I'm lighting myself this way and videoing myself in this tone here today in honor of Joseph Karsh, a famous classic portraitist from Canada. Recently, though, this week, as a matter of fact, I gave a small presentation to a local 4-H club, and at that 4-H club, I was talking about portraiture, and specifically, I was encouraging the 4-Hers to look for a little bit of inspiration to Joseph Karsh. Joseph Karsh is a portraitist who I've admired for many, many years. And so I wanted these kids to sort of look to his work. If you haven't heard of Joseph Karsh before, he is I would say, world-renowned portraitist. He mainly worked between like the 1930s to the 1990s, but my gosh, the dude in that era, if you were a world leader, Joseph Karsh probably made your portrait. And I think it's worth all of us knowing a little bit more about him. Joseph Karsh, his truly significant professional portrait career, main significant portraits he made were between like 1933, when he photographed the Prime Minister of Canada, all the way up until 1993, when he photographed President Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton. So pretty much every American president between 1933 and 1993, 60 years worth of American presidents, have been photographed by this Canadian. More significantly, though, is worth noting that he was an Armenian Canadian. Joseph was born in Armenia in 1908, and in 1913 his family, suffering ethnic persecution, just trauma, and they were being persecuted in his home country. They fled to Syria. He lived in Syria for a few years, but then I don't know the full reasons, but things must not have been that much better there, because his family sent him to Canada to live with his uncle in 1925. So at the age of 16, he was being shipped from Syria to Canada for a better life, to live with his uncle in Canada, this uncle who was a photographer. What's so remarkable then, again, here is 1925, 16-year-old Joseph Karsh, there he is ending up in Ottawa in Canada, and basically living with and working with his uncle who's a photographer. Just a few years later, 1932, so just 7 years later, Joseph was opening up his own photo studio in Ottawa. So 1932, what would that be? About age of 24, he's opening up his photo studio. 1933, he's photographing the Prime Minister of Canada. This guy obviously had one heck of a career, and I have loved his work for a really long time. Anybody who was anybody, between the 30s and the 90s, he probably photographed. For instance, here we've got Harry Truman and Dwight Eisenhower, some beautiful classic portraits right there. Besides doing world leaders, he also did artists and royalty and actors, all sorts of people. Let me see. Oh yes, here we go. Alberto Giacometti and Pablo Picasso. I can only imagine how neat it must have been for him getting to photograph these personalities and these people and learning from them and trying to figure out how he wanted to envision them. Let me see if I can quickly find one of my favorites. Where is it? Suffice to say, heck, I can't find it real fast. Oh yes, here we go. Jacques Cousteau. I love this portrait of Jacques. Just an incredible profile. So anyway, if you aren't familiar with the work of Joseph Karsh, I would really suggest you follow their foundation on Instagram or on Facebook there also, and go to your local library. Go to your local library and check out a book of Joseph Karsh's photographs, because if you're into photography and you're serious about photography, and particularly if you're serious about portrait photography, you need to know his work. So go look up Joseph Karsh. All right? Thank you for that. Also then, look at this. I have some cameras before me.